this morning. No headline filled the sky, no sudden answer to the questions I've been carrying inside. Just another day arriving, like 100 days before. Yet somehow there you are beside me, waiting at the door. Not every blessing comes like thunder, not every miracle makes a sound. Sometimes mercy meets us quietly and stays around. There's grace for Tuesday, grace for the ordinary, grace for the moments in between, grace for showing up, grace for not giving up, grace for days that feel unseen. When I don't have all I need, I find you're more than enough for me. There's grace for Tuesday, for unfinished conversations, for dreams still taking shape, for learning how to trust your timing when I wish I could move the date, for all the things I'm still becoming, for every lesson left to learn. Your patience keeps the light on for me at every turn. You never asked for perfection, you never measured me that way. You simply offer new mercies for another day. There's grace for Tuesday, grace for the ordinary, grace for the moments in between, grace for showing up, grace for not giving up, grace for days that feel unseen. When I don't have all I need, I find you're more than enough for me. There's grace for Tuesday, for Monday's worries, for Wednesday's plans, for all the pieces I don't understand, for every weakness, for every fear. Your strength shines brightest right here. And what I thought would hold me back becomes a place where your love stands. There's grace for Tuesday, grace for the ordinary, grace for the life I'm living now. Not just for the victories, not just for the mountaintops, but for the everyday. Somehow, and when my own strength fades away, your faithful love remains. There's grace for Tuesday, there's grace for today. Yes, there's grace for today.
The sun came up without a headline, no trumpet sound across the sky, just another ordinary morning. passing quietly by. The kettle sings, the window opens, a little breeze moves through the room, and somehow all the small forgotten things begin to bloom. Maybe a miracle doesn't always arrive with a name. Maybe some of the sweetest blessings look a lot like an ordinary day. There's good in today, more than I can measure, more than I can hold. A grace in the little things, a joy hiding in plain sight, like gold among the stones. So I'll open my eyes instead of rushing away, and thank you for the beauty you placed in today. A friendly voice, a second chance, a moment shared, a reason to smile. The kind of things we almost miss when we're focused on the next mile. But love keeps leaving gentle reminders in places we walk right by, like heaven painting tiny colors across an average life. Maybe abundance looks different than I thought it would. Maybe your goodness has been here all along. There's good in today, more than I can measure, more than I can hold. A grace in the little things, a joy hiding in plain sight, like gold among the stones. So I'll open my eyes instead of rushing away, and thank you for the beauty you placed in today. Not every prayer is answered yet, not every dream has come to life, but there is still a reason to sing, there is still a reason to smile. The story isn't finished, and you're not finished with me. So I'll celebrate the blessings that are already here to see. There's good in today, shining through the ordinary, brightening the everyday. 1,000 little mercies falling softly from above, wrapped in simple moments filled with unexpected love. So I'll lift my heart before tomorrow calls my name, and thank you for the goodness you placed in today. Yes, thank you for the goodness you placed in today. I used to think the broken pieces were meant to stay behind, the chapters I would rather skip, the days I couldn't redefine. But looking back, I see a pattern, like colors woven through a thread. A hand was working in the background, even when the path looked bent. What I called detours, what I called delays, you were writing meaning into all my yesterdays. Nothing wasted, nothing lost forever. Every tear, every prayer gathered up together. You were building something beautiful I couldn't recognize from the pieces I was holding to the picture in your eyes. Nothing wasted, nothing wasted. The closed doors taught me patience, the waiting taught me trust. The questions made me listen when certainty mercy stronger than regret. Proof that grace can still be working long after the sun has set. You can turn ashes into something new, taking all the broken places and bringing beauty through. Nothing wasted, nothing lost forever. Every tear, every prayer gathered up together. You were building something beautiful I couldn't recognize, from the pieces I was holding to the picture in your eyes. Nothing wasted. Every season had a purpose. Every valley had a song. Even when I couldn't hear it, you were carrying it along. What felt random, what felt small, was never out of your hands at all. Nothing wasted, not a single moment, not a single hope that I thought was gone. You were faithful in the shadows, you were faithful in the light, turning every page before me toward a future bright. Nothing wasted, that's the story of your love. Nothing wasted in the hands of God above. I thought I'd know exactly where I'm going. By now I'd have it figured out somehow. But life keeps turning pages without warning, and here I am, still learning how. Some doors open slowly, some answers take their time, and some of the best things in the story arrive between the lines. I may not see the ending, I may not know what's next, but I've never walked a chapter that caught you by surprise. He knows this part too, the part I'm standing in, the middle of the sentence, the space between has been and will have been. He knows this part too, every hope and every question, so I can take the next small step with confidence in his direction. He knows this part too. There are days that feel like beginnings and days that feel unfinished still. Moments full of celebration, moments waiting on your will. Yet every turn and every heartbeat, every dream that's taking shape is resting in the hands of someone who never makes mistakes. The road may keep unfolding one page at a time, but you've already seen the beauty hidden further down the line. He knows this part too, the part I'm standing in, the middle of the sentence, the space between has been and will have been. He knows this part too, every hope and every question, so I can take the next small step with confidence in his direction. He knows this part too. When I can't connect the pieces, when I can't see how they fit, I remember that the author hasn't finished writing yet, and every line of every chapter held within a steady view. The story may be new to me, but it's not new to you. You know this part too, the laughter and the waiting, the prayers becoming answers, the dreams you're gently creating. You know this part too, and that is more than enough to trust the one who holds tomorrow and walks with me in love. You knows this part too, you knows this part too.
heaven. It simply opened up the sky. Another chance wrapped in mercy, another reason to try. I don't need to have all the answers, I don't need to run ahead. Today is enough of a blessing to leave the past where it has been. Your kindness meets me early before the day begins, and every sunrise whispers start again. Better than yesterday, not because I'm stronger, not because I found my way, but your mercy is new this morning, your grace is new today, and little by little you're changing me, better than yesterday. Some growth happens in silence, like roots beneath the ground. You don't always see the progress until you turn around. What felt small was never small to you. What felt slow was still moving on. Every step of faithful living becomes a beautiful song. Your patience keeps unfolding in ways I never knew. You're not rushing who I'm becoming, you're seeing me through, better than yesterday. Not because I'm stronger, not because I found my way, but your mercy is new this morning, your grace is new today, and little by little you're changing me, better than yesterday. Not all at once, not overnight, but day by day you're shaping my life. One new mercy, one new dawn, one more reason to keep moving on. A little more grateful, a little more free, a little more confident in who you've made me to be. Better than yesterday, not chasing perfection, just walking in your grace. And every morning brings a reminder that love has made a way for a brand new beginning. Better than yesterday, better than yesterday, because your mercies are new every day. I used to think that making a difference meant everybody knew my name. A spotlight shining from the highest place, a fire too bright to ignore. But love has a quieter language, it speaks in 1,000 little ways. A gentle word, an open hand, a kindness that remains. The world may never notice every seed that falls, but heaven sees the beauty in the smallest acts of love. I'm carrying more light than I realize, a little bit of heaven, this ordinary life. And every smile, every mercy,
shared, a chance for someone else to breathe. You don't need a grand occasion to shine the way you do. Love can change the atmosphere just by passing through. And every day you're teaching me what true greatness means. Not to stand above the crowd, but to help somebody see. I'm carrying more light than I realize, a little bit of heaven in this ordinary life. And every smile, every mercy, every time I choose grace, the light keeps growing brighter in places I can't see. I'm carrying more light than I know. Not for my glory, not for my name, just reflecting the goodness of the one who made the flame. And if one heart finds hope today, if one soul feels less alone, then the light you placed within me has already done its work. We're carrying more light than we realize, a little bit of heaven in these ordinary lives. Every kindness, every blessing, every word that lifts someone higher becomes a spark of your love, becomes a reflection of your fire. We're carrying more light than we know. We're carrying more light wherever we go. A single note can start a melody, a tiny spark can warm the night. A simple "how are you" can change a day more than we realize. We celebrate the grand beginnings, the moments everybody sees, but some of the most beautiful stories begin quietly. What feels like a whisper can echo for years. What looks insignificant looks different from here. Small things matter more than they appear to. Every little act of love has a way of breaking through. A word of hope, a faithful heart, a seed beneath the ground. Small things matter even when nobody's around. The habit of showing kindness, the choice to keep believing on, the prayer you pray before the sunrise, the courage to carry on. No headline tells their story, no crowd is standing near, yet heaven smiles upon the moments the world may never hear. The roots grow deeper long before the tree is tall, and what seems small today may become the greatest gift of all. Small things matter more than they appear to. Every little act of love has a way of breaking through. A word of hope, a faithful heart, a seed beneath the ground. Small things matter even when nobody's around. Brick by brick, day by day, you build a life that lasts. Step by step, prayer by prayer, nothing given in love is wasted. The little things become the things that shape us most. Small things matter. more than we imagine. Every quiet act of faith becomes part of something lasting. A hand held out, a light kept on, a promise carried through. Small things matter because they matter to you. Yes, small things matter because they matter to you. I was thinking about the big accomplishments, the things I'd hoped to leave behind, the moments worthy of remembering, the milestones that define a life. But then I wondered if you're noticing different treasures than I do, the quiet ways your love is reflected in the little things we choose. Maybe heaven keeps a record of moments we overlook. Maybe grace is writing stories in places we never look. The smile he saw, the kindness nobody noticed, the gentle word that changed a day, the encouragement softly spoken. The smile he saw when no applause was awaiting, a glimpse of heaven shining through an ordinary moment of love. The smile he saw. A seat saved for a stranger, a patient heart when time runs thin, a message sent at just the right moment, a chance to lift a friend again. The world keeps counting different numbers, success in bigger, louder ways, but love has always found its beauty in what remains. And maybe what seems smallest carries the greatest weight when it's offered with compassion and given in your name. The smile he saw, the kindness nobody noticed, the gentle word that changed a day, the encouragement softly spoken. The smile he saw when no applause was awaiting, a glimpse of heaven shining through an ordinary moment of love. The smile he saw. One day we'll understand the ripples that we never knew, how a simple act of goodness became a light for someone else, and all the beauty planted quietly will finally come into view. The smile he saw, the moments we thought were forgotten, the faithful choices made in love, the seeds that kept on growing. The smile he saw, still shining in his memory. Nothing given from the heart was ever too small to see. The smile he saw, the smile he saw, and it meant more than we knew. You don't need a better story, you don't need a brighter day, you don't have to find the perfect words before you start to pray. You don't need to cross an ocean or climb some higher place. Love has never needed distance to reach a heart with grace. In every question, in every scar, you've never been too far. Right where you are, that's where he meets you. that's where His mercy shines through. Not when you're stronger, not when you figured it all out. He's been there all along, before the faith, before the doubt, right where you are, right where you are. Some days feel a little brighter, some days move a little slow. Some days all you've got is one small step, but heaven sees them all, and every page that's still unfinished, every dream that's taking time, is held within the hands of someone who never leaves your side. In every ending, in every start, He's always known your heart. Right where you are, that's where He meets you. Right where you stand, that's where His mercy shines through. Not when you're stronger, not when you figured it all out. He's been there all along, before the faith, before the doubt, right where you are, right where you are. If you rise with the morning light, if you wander through the longest night, there is nowhere love won't go, there is nowhere He won't know. Every road and every turn, every lesson left to learn, still His hand is reaching out, still His voice is speaking now. Right where you are, that's where He finds you. Right where you stand, that's where His goodness surrounds you. You don't have to earn it, you don't have to make your way somehow. The God who made the heavens is holding your tomorrow now. Right where you are, He is near. Right where you are, He is here. The morning arrived without permission, painting gold across the blue. Another page turned in the story, another chance to walk with you. I don't know everything that's waiting beyond the hours ahead, but I know your goodness meets me here, and that's enough instead. Every sunrise carries mercy, every breath a gift of grace, and every day becomes a treasure when I see your face. One more beautiful day to laugh and to wonder, one more beautiful day to discover your love, one more beautiful day to see your hand in the ordinary, to find a little heaven in the moments passing by. One more beautiful day. A conversation filled with kindness, a melody I almost missed, a reminder that the world is brighter than my worried thoughts insist. You keep leaving signs of goodness scattered all along the way, tiny invitations
perfect, not because there's no rain to fall, but because your faithful presence makes beauty out of it all. One more beautiful day to laugh and to wonder. One more beautiful day to discover your love. One more beautiful day to see your hand in the ordinary, to find a little heaven in the moments passing by. One more beautiful day. And when tomorrow finally comes, I'll welcome it the same, knowing every good and perfect gift still carries your name. The years may move like rivers, but this truth will always stay. Every day with you is reason enough to celebrate. One more beautiful day to sing a little louder. One more beautiful day to live with grateful eyes. One more beautiful day to share the light you've given, to love a little deeper, to shine a little brighter. One more beautiful day. One more beautiful day. Thank you for one more beautiful day. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. You've watched the seasons changing, seen others catch the wind, and there were days you wondered why your chapter hadn't begun. You tried not to compare your story to the stories passing by, but sometimes waiting feels like standing still beneath a moving sky. Yet the one who holds the timeline has never lost your name, and what feels late from where you're standing may not look the same. You didn't miss your moment, you didn't miss your chance. The author of the story still holds every page in his hands. What is meant to find you will arrive in perfect time. You didn't miss your moment, your moment is still alive. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Some flowers bloom in springtime, some bloom long after June, but every garden has its beauty and every season has its bloom. The dreams that seem delayed today are not forgotten in the dark. Sometimes heaven shapes the vessel before it fills the heart, and every hidden season has purpose underneath. The roots are growing stronger than the eyes can ever see. You didn't miss your moment, you didn't miss your chance. The author of the story still holds every page in his hands. What is meant to find you will arrive in perfect time. You didn't miss your moment, your moment is still alive. So breathe a little easier, let the hurry fade away. You don't have to force tomorrow into the shape of today. The door that's meant to open will open when it's time, and nothing that God has prepared for you can accidentally pass you by. You didn't miss your moment, you didn't miss your place. The same God who began the story is still leading you with grace. And when you look back someday, you'll see the beauty of the design. You didn't miss your
prepared the whole time. You didn't miss your moment. Your moment is still alive. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I thought peace would be a feeling that came and went like passing rain, a perfect set of circumstances with nothing left to explain. But life still asks its questions, and some remain unanswered still. Yet somehow in the middle of it, my heart has learned to be still. Not because the wind stopped blowing, not because the skies turned clear, but because I found a presence stronger than my fear. A peace that stayed when everything else was changing. A peace that stayed when I couldn't see the way. Not borrowed from tomorrow, not dependent on today, just a quiet kind of confidence. A peace that stayed. The world keeps offering promises that disappear with time, but you've given something deeper, something no one else can provide. A calm beneath the surface, a steady light within, a reminder that your goodness is greater than what I've been in. And every time I remember whose hands my future's in, the noise begins to fade away and hope returns again. A peace that stayed when everything else was changing. A peace that stayed when I couldn't see the way. Not borrowed from tomorrow, not dependent on today, just a quiet kind of confidence. A peace that stayed. It didn't arrive with fireworks, it didn't demand attention. It came like a gentle whisper and settled in. Now even when the questions linger, even when the answers wait, I know I'm held by something stronger. That's why the peace remained, a peace that stayed through every changing season. A peace that stayed through every rise and fall. Not built on perfect outcomes, not built on certainty at all, but on the faithful love of someone who never changes. A peace that stayed. A peace that stayed. And it's still here today. I used to want the whole horizon, every answer, every turn, a map laid out before my footsteps with nothing left to learn. But wisdom often comes in moments, not all at once, but piece by piece. A gentle light upon the next step, a quiet invitation to believe. You don't reveal tomorrow before I've lived today. You
teach my heart to trust you along the way. The way opens slowly, like morning through a window. The way opens slowly, like colors finding the sky. Not all at once, not all at once, but always right on time. The way opens slowly, and you are my guide. Some dreams arrive in stages, some doors unfold with grace, and what I once called hesitation was preparation taking place. I've learned that every season has treasures of its own, and every step of faithful living brings me closer home. So I don't need the whole picture to know that you are near. Your voice is enough direction to lead me from here. The way opens slowly, like morning through a window. The way opens slowly, like colors finding the sky. Not all at once, not all at once, but always right on time. The way opens slowly, and you are my guide. A whisper behind me, a light ahead, 1,000 unseen mercies in the places I've been led. And every time I look back, I find what I couldn't see before. You were already opening the next door. Little by little, day by day, you make a path where there seemed no way. The way opens slowly, like a song that's still unfolding. The way opens slowly, like a story written with care. Not all at once, not all at once, but always with your love there. The way opens slowly, and that's enough for me. The way opens slowly, and you're already leading me. I used to think I'd reach a moment where everything would fall in place. No more questions, no more growing, just certainty and grace. But every year has taught me something. The story's always moving on, and who I am is still unfolding into who I've yet become. You never stopped creating, you never walked away. The work of love continues day by day. I'm still becoming, still learning how to trust, still finding pieces of the person you imagined from the start. Still becoming, held within your hands, a masterpiece in progress, a chord according to your plans. I'm not finished yet. I'm still becoming. Some changes happen quietly, like dawn arriving in the dark. You don't always notice growth until you look at where you are. The fears that used to lead me don't have the same voice now. And the things I thought would break me have somehow made me stronger. Somehow every season leaves a blessing, every chapter leaves a mark. And through it all, your faithful love keeps shaping my heart. I'm still becoming, still learning how to trust, still finding pieces of the person you imagined from the start. Still becoming, held within your hands, a masterpiece in progress, according to your plans. I'm not finished yet. I'm still becoming. Not who I was, not yet who I'll be, but standing in the wonder of what your grace can see. And every unfinished part of me is safe within your care, because the one who started this work is still working there. Little stronger, little wiser, little closer to your heart, little braver, little kinder than I was at the start. I'm still becoming, and that's a beautiful thing. Not chasing perfection, just following the King. Still becoming with every passing year. The future you envision is growing clearer here. I'm not finished yet, and I don't need to be, because your faithful hands are still shaping me. Still becoming. You've been counting what is missing, measuring the sky by clouds, wondering if the best is behind you, or if your prayers got lost somehow. But there are gardens growing quietly beyond the reach of your eyes, and blessings already on their way, still hidden by time. The story is bigger than the page you're reading now, and love is working in the background, even when you can't figure out how. There's more than you can see, more than you can imagine, more than the hopes you've carried, more than the dreams you've named. 1,000 unseen mercies, a future painted by grace. There's more than you can see, and heaven is not finished yet. Some answers arrive as surprises, some doors appear where walls had been. Some miracles begin so quietly, you almost miss them stepping in. What feels ordinary this morning may look extraordinary someday, when you finally see the pieces come together in His way. You don't have to know everything to trust the one who does. There is beauty being prepared for you beyond what you can touch. There's more than you can see, more than you can imagine, more than the hopes you've carried, more than the dreams you've named. 1,000 unseen mercies, a future painted by grace. There's more than you can see, and heaven is not finished yet. Beyond the horizon of your understanding, beyond the limits of your plans, beyond the prayers you've already prayed, His goodness still expands, and every promise held in faith still shines beyond the night. The God who made the galaxies is still writing light. More wonder, more joy, more purpose than you know, more beauty, more grace, already beginning to grow. There's more than you can see, more than your heart has pictured, more than the best day you've known, waiting further ahead. 1,000 unexpected blessings, 1,000 reasons to believe. There's more than you can see, more than you can see, and it's better than you dreamed. Before I found the right direction, before I learned what faith could be, before I had the words to tell you what was happening inside of me, before the victories and milestones, before the lessons life would teach, your love was writing my story before I could even read. Not because I earned it, not because I knew enough. You chose me from the beginning and called me loved. Already loved, already wanted, already held within your heart. Before I took a single step, before I made a brand new start. Already loved, already chosen, nothing could change what you say is true. I don't have to chase your love, I was already loved by you. There were days I tried to measure my worth by what I could achieve, building ladders to the heavens out of things I thought I'd need. But grace keeps telling a different story, one my heart is learning to believe. That love was never waiting for perfection, love was always reaching me. And every road has brought me closer to this simple truth I found. Your arms were open long before I finally turned around. Already loved, already wanted, already held within your heart. Before I took a single step, before I made a brand new start. Already loved, already chosen, nothing could change what you say is true. I don't have to chase your love, I was already loved by you. When I succeed, when I fall short, when I feel strong, Not someday, not when I'm better, not when I finally get it right. Today, right now, in this very moment. It's already loved, already wanted, already known completely through every question, every chapter, every part of me known by you. Already loved, already chosen, that will never change with time. And if I forget 1,000 things, let me remember this tonight. I'm already loved, already loved, already loved by you. Before the morning, before the stars, before my first breath, love was